Linear equations are equations that look like this or like this. They have x in them, but they don't have e to the power of x, sine x, x squared, any of those other things, just x and numbers. Now you're probably used to solving linear equations from the past. There's a fairly simple example here, 3x minus 2 equals 10. To solve that, all we have to do is add 2 to both sides. If we do that, we get an equation that looks like this. If we continue, we then get 3x equals 12. And then finally, if we then divide both sides by 3, we should get, eventually, x equals 4. If you like, you can also check that answer in the original equation by just putting 4 into the equation that we had up here, putting 4 in there, and then getting 3 times 4 minus 2 equals 12 minus 2, and equals 10, so that's correct. Another way of thinking about that is that you simply are moving the negative 2 over to the other side. And when you do that, you're ending up with 3x equals 10 plus 2 because it's shifted to the other side. So 3x is equal to 12. And so 3x is equal to 12 then gives you x equals 4. In the last example, example 2, we have fractions on both sides here. Now what we can do here to get rid of these fractions, because fractions are difficult, is that we can look at the LCD of 5, 3 and 3. And the LCD is the smallest number that 5 and 3 both go into, both divide into, and that number is 15. Now look what happens when you multiply each term by 15. When the 15 multiplies the 2x over 5, the 15 and the 5 cancel to give us just 3. Over here, when we do the 15 times 1/3, the 15 and the 3, well, 15 divided by 3 is 5. That's why we have 5 up here. We also have 15 times 1. We have 15 times x minus 3. The 15 and the 3 cancel to give us 5. If we simplify that a little bit, so if we actually do the 3 times 2x, the 5 times 1, 15 times 1, and the 5 times x, what we end up with is an equation that looks like this. Right? The 6x, right here, the 6x comes from doing 3 times 2x. The negative 5 comes from the negative 5 times 1. The 15 comes from 15 times 1, and the negative 5x from negative 5 times x. We can then just simplify that equation just by taking all the x's over to one side and all the numbers over to the other. That then gives us 11x equals 20. And finally we can solve that to get x equals 20 over 11.